Welcome back, everybody. This is JenSandwiches, here to take another bite out of Zombie Exodus Safe Haven. It's been a while since I picked this up, since I recorded last. But I think the last thing we did was visit Greg and Flora's house, and we got a bunch of their stuff. And now apparently it's 4 p.m. So, I guess... Oh, there's still more places I can go explore, but it's gonna be dark soon? Let's check the stats really quick. How am I? I don't know. Like, I really don't want to die because I don't know how far back I would have to go. Let's watch the TV. Let's see what's on TV. You flip on the TV to an aerial shot of the center of Nightfall and a group of National Guard setting up a tented area surrounded by heavy vehicles and barricades. Red Cross trucks line the sidewalk as personnel unload crates of supplies. Nightfall City and the surrounding areas, home to 100,000 people, have been plunged into the deep waters of a nightmare as one of a handful of cities in the United States most affected by this horrendous virus. Oh, lovely. Most affected. Widespread riots, vandalism, and theft are occurring throughout Nightfall, complicating efforts by police and the military to control the infected. Governor Hickenlooper has declared a state of emergency, activating the National Guard in an attempt to control the infected and maintain some sense of order. The screen shifts to a newsroom, where veteran national anchor Mark Jennings sits at a desk, his face showing the wear of one who hasn't slept in days. Behind him, a color-coded map of Colorado shows areas of red, yellow, and green with concentric out from Nightfall. He goes on to explain that Nightfall is now considered a nexus of exposure to the virus, along with Philadelphia, Miami, and Seattle, while other U.S. and international cities are now also showing signs of infection. City and state officials are urging everyone to stay indoors. Essential services remain active, though rolling blackouts have been reported across the state. I'm glad I grabbed that generator. For those of you running low on food and supplies, the Red Cross is setting up mobile stations to deliver the necessary goods, but they're asking for patience. Resist the urge to venture outside until the Red Cross enters your area. We now turn to scientific correspondent Dr. Sadhana Seshadri. Dr. Seshadri, what is the origin of this virus, and how soon can we expect a vaccine or a treatment? The dark-skinned doctor shifts in her chair and plants the palms of her hands on the news desk, her body swaying back and forth ever so slightly. We do not know where this virus originated. What we know is that a carrier arrived in Colorado and started a tidal wave of infection. This virus does not limit its transmittance exponentially. In other words, 2 infects 4, 4 infects 8, and so on. Instead, 2 infects 20, 20 infects 200, and soon whole populations will be converted to the disease state called zombie. Oh, wow, lovely. Mark Jennings' mouth hangs open, and he eyes the camera nervously. Well, Dr. Seshadri, surely we can be hopeful that a cure— No, you don't understand, the doctor snaps. Then she turns to the camera, which zooms in tight on her face. There is no cure for a virus tearing through mankind at such a rate. Never in recorded history has a virus of this potency existed. Had our scientists worked on a vaccine months ago, maybe we would have prevented this pandemic. Virus Zeta spreads at an uncontrollable rate. It has already won. Civilization is doomed. Our world has. The station cuts to a blue screen showing their logo with a message reading technical difficulties. You turn off the TV, having heard enough. I guess no one wants to hear the truth. Oh man. You check the time, 4:30 p.m. Loud shouts draw your attention to the front of your home. You run to the back window and push aside the thick blanket to peer outside. You peek through the spaced-out boards covering the glass. Across the road, a mid-sized man in a tracksuit is stumbling along the lawn of your neighbor's house. He holds a hand to his bleeding stomach and carries a pistol in the other. A gold chain bounces around his neck, and he wears only one sneaker. Oh, poor guy. Behind him, a full house length back, 2 women are racing towards him. Both are infected, their bodies early in the stages of decomposition, and they call out in deranged howls. The man limps as he struggles to keep the distance. Then he trips as he looks over his shoulder at his pursuers. He falls into a parked car and shuffles a few more steps, raising his pistol at the zombies. At this rate, they'll easily overcome him within half a minute. Do I really want to get involved with this guy? I mean, well, then again, I got involved with the soldier, and that might not be fair if I didn't help this guy too. Do nothing. I don't care about helping him. I do care. I don't know if I want this guy in my house either. But then again, if I yell for him to come into my house, then I don't have to go outside. Maybe that could work. I'll give it a risk. Why not, right? The man will surely die to the two zombies, and you can't let that happen. You take one last look through the window. The two infected women charge across the lawn, though their stiff limbs keep them from a full sprint. The injured man lifts the pistol over his shoulder and fires back at the zombies, missing wide. You run to the door and unlock it. Hopefully he can make it to your house before the infected women catch up. You throw open the door and rush towards the man. "Hey, over here!" you yell as you wave your arms frantically. The man turns in your direction and rushes towards your house. The two zombies close upon their victim, and he turns to aim his pistol at the closest woman. His pistol pops, and the first zombie flinches from a bullet in her shoulder. The man fires again and again until the gun empties. Then he fumbles to load a new magazine. As it slides into place, the second woman claws him from behind, knocking him to the street. The injured man raises the pistol as the second woman lunges at him. Blood explodes through the exit wounds in her back. You hear the man scream, and the dead woman's head thrashes at his neck. The other zombie drops to his leg, and when she pulls her head back, a splash of blood coats her face. You stop at the curb and watch in horror as the two zombies feast upon the man. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. Might be able to save him if I can. He is fucking dead. He is so dead. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back in my house. Even if you kill the two zombies, the man is surely infected and will turn. You see no reason to endanger yourself any further. You rush back to your house while the zombies feed off the man. As you head inside and bar the door, you can't help but wonder if you could have saved the man had you done something differently. Yeah, but did I really want to? He already was wounded. You check the time, 5 p.m. Loud noises from outside draw your attention to the front window, and you peek through the boards to the road. A white van with a sign for Critters Pest Control sits at a diagonal, its front end crunched and releasing a short stream of steam. Ahead of it rests a dark blue Cadillac, which shows little damage to the all-metal back end, but it does have a sizable dent. The driver of the work van steps out, holding his neck and wobbling for his first few steps. He's tall and bulky, with thick biceps coming out of his shirt, which bears the logo of the Extermination Company. The driver's side door of the Cadillac swings open, and out steps a shorter man in a pinstriped suit and pastel pink shirt. You recognize him from a billboard on Garden Avenue, Reverend Dunbar Church of First Baptist of Nightfall. "Oh, damn, son, you driving too fast and slammed right into me," the Reverend says as he inspects the damage to the back of his car. "Look what you did." "I'm driving too fast? You were driving too slow, old man," the Exterminator says in a Hispanic accent. I can't do a Hispanic accent, I'm sorry. I don't want to do that and offend people. I'm not doing it. He leans one arm on the side of the van, his eyes squinting and his breathing rapid. "It's just how you look when you're enraged." "Old man, my hair has a touch of gray, which just gives character, and anyway, you should mind your manners to an elder and a reverend." "You saw I was trying to pass on your right. You were hogging the road." The Exterminator clenches and releases his fist as he speaks. "That's the problem with your generation. Got to get somewhere fast, but got nothing to do when you get there." The Reverend pushes his foot against the bumper of his Cadillac, and when it doesn't move, he steps off and turns to the front of the work van. "Why are you in such a rush? I doubt there's a rodent emergency anywhere. You probably weren't looking where you were going and texting or Facebooking, if that's the word. Damn, your vehicle has a bit more than a dent like mine." "I'm rushing to go home because the whole city is becoming infected," the Exterminator shouts. His face turns a deeper shade of red and his fists clench. "Or haven't you heard?" "Oh, I heard all right. Don't give you the authority to race like you're in one of those Vin Diesel movies, the Reverend says, then turns his back and walks toward the front of his car. I'll grab my paperwork so we can take each other's information for the claim. Your boss is paying to fix that dent. Okay, I don't think insurance works anymore in the apocalypse. As the Reverend leans into his car, the Exterminator reaches in his van and pulls out a crowbar. Oh God. He clenches it in his hands and strides toward the unaware man. From the yard of the house across the street comes some movement from behind a row of trees. What the fuck is going on? Are there zombies and these people are gonna beat each other to death? Jeez, okay. Rush outside to warn the Reverend, rush outside and yell for the Exterminator to stop, rush outside and threaten the Exterminator, walk outside to be in a position to take advantage of the situation. Oh God. Call the police, watch and wait. No, I'm going to yell for the Exterminator to stop. You swing open the door and step outside. As you skip down the steps outside your home, the Exterminator creeps toward the unsuspecting Reverend, crowbar raised and ready to strike. He moves with swift, deliberate, violent intent, and as he crosses the back of the Cadillac, he raises the metal weapon higher. Stop! You yell. The Exterminator hesitates a few feet ahead of the Reverend, then spins toward you. Huh? You can't just kill him over an accident. It's not worth it. While you persuade the armed man not to attack, the Reverend stands and faces his assailant, a Colt Python revolver in his hand. Oh my God. Fear washes over the Exterminator's face, and he takes several long steps backward and holds his hands out to the side, one dangling the crowbar. That's right, just back on up, the Reverend says while waving the pistol. Thank God this Good Samaritan thwarted your nefarious action. I've been keeping an eye out for the infected and didn't suspect my fellow man would commit the first act of aggression. Okay, man, no need to pull a gun on me. The Exterminator backtracks to the side door of his van. So I should let you bop me with that hunk of metal? The Reverend says with a short chuckle. People have lost their minds over this outbreak, forgetting we're all children of God and should be working together, not using this as an opportunity to act uncivilized. Now, put that crowbar on the ground before I forget I'm a pacifist. Damn. The Exterminator lowers the metal tool and places it on the road. Get back in your van and drive away. Go home, son, and try to do it right. The words have barely left Reverend Dunbar Church's mouth before the scared Exterminator dives into his van and peels off past the Cadillac. The Reverend circles to the back of his car and shakes his head at the light damage. I doubt the insurance man is taking appointments today. Oh well. Gives the caddy a bit of character, he says, then shuffles back to the front of the car, but pauses to face you. Hello there. Thank you for stopping that malicious Exterminator before his evil act. At least you've kept the decency the Lord handed out at birth. Anyway, I should be going. God bless and stay safe. As the Reverend walks to the driver's door, he turns to more movement from the trees. A woman stumbles out, her face twisted and dark from hours of the infection feeding from the inside out, and she picks up speed across the lawn. You tighten your grip on your trench knife and prepare to attack once she comes closer. The Reverend raises the revolver with two hands, takes precise aim with one eye, and sends a single bullet at her head. She backflips to the grass. Lucky shot, the Reverend says with a shrug. He sinks into the driver's seat, departing from the front of your house with haste. As the Cadillac lurches forward, the trunk lid flips open. From your vantage point, you can barely see inside, but you spot the figure of a person tied up with thick rope lying in the dark interior. You return to your home and lock the door. What the fuck? What is wrong with these people? Seriously, what the hell? Okay, I know what I'm gonna do in my other game now. Well, anyway, it's 5:15 now. What should we do? I think we should... I want to go on another expedition, but I don't know. How am I? Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's eat a meal. You know, did I even eat today? Have I even eaten today? We should eat a meal. Because I don't think I've eaten a single thing. Let's see how much food I have. Food, 21. Yes. Let's eat. Let's eat food. eat a meal. Because if I forget to do that, that would be really dumb. Getting some food and water will help to recharge you in the latter part of the day. Before deciding what to prepare to eat, you review your inventory. Food 21, water 12. Oh, I need more water. Let's make a simple meal because I am good on food, I think. You boil water and cook pasta for macaroni and cheese. Conserving food even at this stage makes sense, and though the meal is meager, it restores a small amount of energy and lifts your mood. I like mac and cheese. Okay, I don't understand. Acquire a vehicle? Don't I have a car? I could have sworn I have a car. Let me get more water. You head upstairs to the bathroom with every empty bottle and plastic container you have in the house. By filling the tub beforehand, you'll have a decent supply of water in reserve. You turn on the faucet, and though the water still flows, it just dribbles out. You doubt the tub or sink will provide water for much longer, but you fill up every container you can. From sitting in the tub, some dirt and dust lies on the surface, forcing you to strain the water or let some of it go down the drain. At the end of the task, you have 20 more bottles of water than before. Oh, nice. You leave the bathroom with your new supply of filled bottles and return to the living room. Well, that's good at least. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna acquire a vehicle, even though I'm pretty sure I already have a car. With so many abandoned vehicles outside, finding one suitable to your needs should be an easy task. You step outside and look through the area around your home. Numerous cars are parallel parked on the street just outside your house, and many more sit in driveways and on the road leading out of your development. After a quick tour of the vehicles available, you inspect the motorcycle. No, I don't think so. Maybe a truck would be good. Yeah, maybe a truck. You run your hand along the truck's exterior and feel confident this beast is built to last. The solid exterior can take a hit, and the flatbed can haul supplies or provide space for extra passengers. Do you choose the pickup truck? Yes. Having settled on the pickup truck, you search the area and luckily find the keys tucked into the wheel well. You drive the pickup truck back home and park it in your driveway. I could have sworn I already had a car. Okay, whatever. You check the time, 6:15 p.m. You hear noises from outside, voices arguing. You peer outside through the front window. Walking up to your house, an older man walks along the sidewalk using a cane to tap the ground. He wears dark sunglasses and is led by a young woman. As the sun sets, a dull haze of light shines down. The temperature is rising. May is finally acting like May. You see no activity on the street other than these two strangers. The pair walks close to the front of your home. Neither appears to be in immediate distress. The man swings a slender rod over the ground and catches a loose cinder block. He lifts his leg far over it to cross. He looks middle-aged, and his salt and pepper hair sweeps to the side in a crisp schoolboy cut. In fact, he has boyish features, and only his hair color speaks to his age. His body is lean and athletic, and he has an air of courage and independence as he walks. The girl turns her head left and right as if searching for something. Her ponytail swings about with each turn, and her bangs wisp in the wind. She's not heavy or thin, and she's wearing a tight t-shirt that accentuates her curvy figure. The only color to her pale face are red cheeks from the cold, as she must be freezing in her miniskirt. Why is she wearing that then? As the two strangers start up the path to your house, That's interesting. Yeah, let's watch them and see what they do. You walk to the window and move aside the curtain just enough to peek outside. The man stands motionless on the path leading to your house, while the young woman wraps her arms around her body and moves in place. She's doing all the talking, but you can't hear them through the thick pane of glass. As you stare out, you spot movement across the street. Someone darts behind a tall bush across the street from your house. That's creepy. Let's talk to them. You unlock the door and swing it open. The girl leaves the man and hurries toward the front steps of the house. Thank God, our car broke down a block away and no one will help us. Can we come in, just to use the phone? As she speaks, a loud piercing sound cuts through the air. All three of you look toward the south corner of the road. Another shriek sounds out, this time much closer. Yeah, they can come. I mean, it's an old, supposedly blind man, and I think we'll be okay. Stranger danger. Oh god, this was the thing that guy in the comment asked me. Okay, there you go. I invited Lyle, stranger danger, into my house. Let's see what happens. Okay. You unlock and unbar the door and swing it open. Hey, come inside. You don't want to be out there for long, you say. Thank you so much, the young woman says as she leads the man up the front steps. I can't believe it. You're the first person who helped us. The man wipes his feet on the welcome mat and taps the floor with his cane. I'm Lyle Duncan. This is my granddaughter, Jillian. Jillian pretends to curtsy, though her skirt's too tight. She tilts her head to the side and smiles, showing slightly angled teeth and a sharp overbite. Above her lip is the dot of a mole, and her blonde hair has dark roots. And I'm Derek. I love the uniform, Jillian says. I respect the military. Lyle unzips his windbreaker. Listen, we don't want to be a bother. We can pay you if you'd like, and once the curfew is lifted, we'll head out. He shifts from leg to leg in a rocking motion. We really appreciate your help, Jillian says. She crosses her legs as she stands. May I use your bathroom before I pee myself? And I'm not sure you have first aid supplies, but I've got a cut on my leg I'd like to clean and bandage, Lyle says. As he points to his leg, you now spot damp blood near the ankle. Yeah, this one. Before you go to the bathroom and you take care of your leg, why don't you tell me what you're doing outside on the most dangerous day in history? I'm sorry, but I can't hold it, Jillian says and rushes to the stairs. You feel your anger rise as she runs off. Oh, I forgot I have anger management issues. Oh, God, okay. Okay. Oh, God. Jillian, please come back down. I promise I'll let you upstairs soon. Jillian keeps going, so you rush up the stairs after her. You can't help but notice her perky, curvy figure and the smooth, pale skin of her legs as she takes each step. She peeks over her shoulder at you and tugs down the end of her skirt. With a wink and a smile, she finishes the stairs and twirls up the second-floor landing. First door on the right, you say, and point to the half-open door. Jillian pauses. You walked me up here because you don't trust us, right? With the craziness going on due to the outbreak, I'm just being extra cautious. You look like nice people, but I can't be too careful these days. You're cute, she says, and steps into the bathroom. Nope. No. I'll leave the door open so you'll know I'm not checking out your medicine cabinet or doing something else nefarious. I promise to be super fast in there. Jillian swings the door and leaves it cracked open. She hums a song, and you hear the light footsteps across the tile floor. I'll turn the faucet on so you don't have to hear me. You hear the light trickle of water, which flows for quite a while. Once it stops, Jillian opens the door. Thanks for letting me use the bathroom. I feel so much better. Jillian kisses your cheek as she walks by, and you follow her back downstairs. When you return to the first-floor landing, you see Lyle remains on the couch, cane across his lap. He doesn't appear to have moved in the time you were gone. Hey, Derek, come sit here, please. Lyle says and pouts the sofa cushion next to him. You sit next to Lyle hesitantly. Mind if I touch your face? Lyle asks. I want to see who you are, and feeling your features helps me visualize what you look like. I don't even know this guy. Like, is he gonna murder me if I let him touch my face? I don't know you. This is weird. I regret this. Alright, he says, and sits back as if ready to listen to his story. You describe your appearance in detail. Hair color, eye color, the shape of your face, your scar, and your complexion, and he nods along and tilts his head. You're very handsome. With everyone in the living room, you ask that they remain in this area where it's safe, not to wander off, and to keep all windows and doors closed. With those rules in place, you rest on the couch while contemplating your next task. Okay, this is really awkward. Ew, why did I do this? I hope that person is happy. I really hope you're happy that I let them in my house because I feel really uncomfortable. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. This is weird. Plus I'm out of time. So, thank you all for tuning in once again. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.